Hello, we are Circon Consulting team. Today we are going through the analysis of the industry players and develop a new business concept for the shipping industry. To begin with, there are five industry players, suppliers whose values are high quality, fuel efficient, good prices, faster ships, and lower maintenances, healthy margins. The shipyards whose values cost reduction in order to maximize the profit. Ship owners whose values quality price ratio, lower OPEX, better realized capacity, easier to lease, and better total ROI. The ship operators whose values knowledge management, reliability, speed, fuel, easier to serve, and more route trips per year. And finally, the cargo owners whose values agile production system, less carbon footprint, and more sustainable. Mutual values between suppliers and ship owners, ship operators, high quality and good prices, quality price ratio, more efficient system, fuel efficient and faster ship, less emission, ecologically less impact, lower maintenance and healthy margins, better realized capacity, long-term focus and sustainable business operational efficient in the long run, setting the pace in innovation, OPEX. European Consortium SWOT analysis, strengths, technology advancement, knowledge and skills management, high concentration of innovative industrial actors, long-time experiences. Weaknesses, higher costs, especially labor costs, and higher service price in comparison to Asian competitors. Opportunities, stricter environmental regulations for ships may raise the status of the ship's life and creates environmental sustainability, which needs innovation factors. Develop already available clusters and modernize them. Threats, fuel price will decrease, even less use of the fuel-efficient European technologies. Strictest environmental rules may scare away the less environmental conscious ships lives and lessen the income.
The business concept should focus on reducing the ship operators' OPEX and increasing their potential revenue. This would in turn give the opportunity to the operators to reduce cargo owners' shipping cost with lesser constraint on the environment, adding value to the operators and cargo owners. To do this, three questions has to be answered. What is the concept? Why we choose it? How we could spread the concept for all industry players. We suggest a system framework called Service Ecosystem, which is self-contained and emphasizes systems of resource integration between industry actors which are connected by shared institutional logics and mutual value creation through service exchange. Moreover, we should reduce the power of shipping yards by changing from GD logic to SD logic through collaboration and innovation between system suppliers, their suppliers, and ship operators. Given the strong expertise and innovation capabilities of European Consortium, the service ecosystem would create a nurturing platform for new solution development, focusing on creating additional value, mainly for the ship operators and the cargo owners, on building relationships between the before-mentioned actors in the value chain, working as a cohesive team toward a common goal, bringing together value co-creation. Shipping is focusing increasingly on green image, as Europeans have advantages in innovations that help to reduce the environmental footprint of ships. Improvements in the engines, fuel efficiency through alternative fuels, better propeller performance, and high-tech coatings, as well as friction-reducing air cushions and even sky cells reducing carbon and sulfur emissions, should be utilized to provide the customers with more efficient systems and ecologically less impact.
Now we're moving on to the second question. Why we choose it? Because it brings significant benefits to both consortium and other actors in the industry.
We believe that both tangible and intangible resource integration as a central practice for value co-creation within the service systems would bring significant benefits to consortium and other actors in the industry. The concept of value co-creation articulates the idea that value is created through interaction and mutually beneficial relationships across the service systems, as they integrate and apply resources with each other and exchange service for service. By doing this, they are able to change the logic of the industry. Currently, the initiative to build a new ship is primarily coming from the funders, deciding the type of ship that's needed. With our approach, the ship operators would have a stronger impact deciding the ship's design. They need a certain type of ship with certain configurations which are co-created with the system supplier's solution in order to create more value for themselves and cargo owners. Ideally, with the new solution, the system suppliers will be able to ask for a better price along with higher margins from the shipyards and thus change the dynamics of the value chain by decreasing the bargaining power of shipyards. Since the shipyards would not be able to dictate and drive down the purchasing prices anymore, this would of course raise the cost of goods sold for the shipyards. Given that the original agreement between the system suppliers and ship operators specify that by implementing the solution it would increase the price of the ship, the shipyards could sell the ship for a better price and still maintain a healthy margin. This same logic applies to the funders as well, where the higher costs will be compensated in their revenue. Given the funder's profit logic through leasing of the ship, the greater initial investment, higher returns from the ship operators in terms of lease payments. The ship operators would ultimately bear the higher cost of the ship in their lease payments. However, the benefits from the system supplier solutions would decrease their OPEX in total, overcoming the marginal increase in their lease payments.
Finally, we propose how to spread the new concepts for industry's players.
We can spread the new business concept to a wide range of industry players thanks to the current European network of maritime clusters. Their established network creates a link between national and international cluster organizations. The network provides a platform from which joint activities can be started and developed, and also a channel through which we can spread awareness about the SD logic and service ecosystem. Moreover, we suggest that information and cooperation should be exchanged among clusters to cluster and networks to networks.